This is the Vectrix Maxi-Scooter. It's completely electric, zero emissions. In terms of petroleum products, there's only a very little bit of lubricant in the little box up here for the brake calipers. Other than that, there's no oil, there's nothing on it. We use a nickel metal hydride battery, which is located in the step-through, sunk low in an aluminum frame. That gives it a very low center of gravity, very good maneuvering. The drivetrain is this motor located in the rear wheel hub. And that uses a planetary gear system to drive the rear wheel. There's no gears, there's no clutch, it's fully automatic. In terms of the performance specs, the top speed is 62 miles an hour, which is 100 kilometers per hour. It has a 40 to 60 mile range, depending on how you drive it. It goes 0 to 50 in about 7 seconds, so it's very quick. It's very maneuverable.
And you were showing somebody that it takes about, you said about 2 hours to get to 80% charge.
Yeah.
And
In terms of
plug
charging,
is right there.
The plug is located in the trunk. It's an 8-foot cord. You can plug it into a 110 or a 220, as long as you have the right adapter. It takes about 2 hours to charge to 80%, and then another hour to hour and a half to top off. It is a smart charging system, so you can plug it and forget it, and it'll turn off when it's done charging, and it's completely safe. In terms of sort of the operation of the vehicle, one of the really cool parts about it is the regen throttle. So normally, to accelerate like any other motorcycle or scooter, you roll the throttle towards you. But to brake, you can roll the throttle away from you, like that. That engages the regen braking. It uses the motor in the rear wheel to slow the bike down, as well as recharge your battery. And that'll help you capture about 10 to 12% of the battery back. This also acts as a slow speed reverse when you're stopped. Because the bike does weigh about 460 to 500 pounds, it helps you, back up in a parking lot, back up a hill, things like that. It's very maneuverable. And the startup sequence, I want me to show you. So you have the key here, turn it clockwise. You let the display sort of go through its boot up cycle. Over here you have the power meter. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's full right now, and as the battery drains, these bars will drop. You have your speed out here. The white is kilometers per hour. A lot of people sort of get freaked out when they see that they're going 120, but they're not. And then over here, the battery life gets calculated into an estimated range. So that'll change depending on how you're driving it. It calculates it on the average of how you're driving it. Over here you have a ready light, which is blinking. The ready light's blinking because the kickstand's down. You can't engage the bike while the kickstand's down. Stand up. The ready light goes solid. The bike is still not live, as you can see. To make it go, you have to squeeze and hold the left brake, which is the rear brake, and then tap the right brake, and then the go light comes up, and now it's live and ready to go. That's a safety feature just because there's no engine noise, so that people have to go through it to make sure that they know that the bike's engaged. You put the kickstand down, it kills that, and you have to go through it again. And that's it.
And you said these are kind of new technology, so the price is a little bit higher than people might be used to paying for a scooter, but
yeah,
you're paying for zero emissions.
You're paying for zero emissions, and you're paying for not chipping an ice off a glacier, an inch of ice off a glacier, and also in terms of the maintenance cost of the bike, it's very low. You don't have any gas, you don't have oil changes because of the regen brake. The Brembo brakes are pretty much going to last the entire life of the bike. The battery life cycle is about 10 years, so you're not going to have to worry about that, replacing them. And it's really fun too.
Yeah, so what's the response been here at the All Car Expo so far?
It's been unbelievable. I mean, immediately when we pulled in this morning, there was a guy already just basically sitting, leaning up against the truck before any of us got here, and he was waiting for us. He had his helmet under his arm and stuff like that. He's like, all right, you're gonna have to wait for an hour or so. And then, you know, actually other people started arriving while we were setting up.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for us here.
This is the West Coast debut of it, right?
No, we've had our debut. We've sold bikes through our dealership,
Okay.
British Motor Cars, BMC. They're based out of San Francisco. We've sold. I'm actually not sure. I've been out of the country for a while, so I'm not sure how many we've sold out here. But we are opening a store with British Motor Cars down in Santa Monica, hopefully within the next month or two. They're looking for storefront right now, so. But we are here and we're real. We're ready to go.
So people who got there, what was it, 11,000 or so for this bike, can, if they're here in Santa Monica, can get ready
Absolutely.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for talking to AutoblogGreen.
No problem.
All right, that's good.